for another live stream today. Welcome if you're joining us on YouTube. Just wanted to go over this week's specials. Let me share my screen. Which one is it? Oh, awesome. All right, so we've got our same code as last week, the Oasis mask. For a free Oasis mask when you buy 2 or more Oasis Tears products. I've also got 10% off on our Scleral lens kits, which include emergency kits, travel kits, plunger on a key ring, and saline samples. I've got 10% off OcuSoft brand products. We have a lot of OcuSoft products. So there's the lid scrub, hypochlor, Retain brand eye drops, Retain MGD, and Retain HPMC. Retain PM is on back order for the time being. I've also got some microwavable masks from OcuSoft. And we've got 25% off our Dry Eye Shop toiletry bag. This one's pretty cool. It's large enough to fit a 12-ounce bottle of Clear Care, a Tangible Clean. I've got a sea green inserter, some hand soap, plungers, saline with room to spare. So those are cool. It's $3 off, I think $8.95, normally $11.95. And I do have a coupon on the Dustbuster one as well. I think we are kind of overstocked on those. And just wanted to point out while I was on the page, we do have Dry Eye Shop rewards, and I did put a little plug for freebies in the newsletter this week. We have a lot of Adipac and Tangible Clean, among other things that I'd really like to get into the hands of people who might need it. I think I have Scleral Fill and Unique pH as well in excess. So Heather's been pretty busy today fulfilling freebie orders since I put that in the newsletter. All right, next one, we're going to go to our back orders list. Not too much new. I put in a line for Loba BSC since we always get questions about that. We have a little bit of Lacropure left. Scleral Fill, we're limiting to 1 box per customer. New this week, I wrote up a little bit about Mogidos, which we aren't currently stocking. So check out the alternatives for that. The most similar product is Adipac. And I think anyone who has a subscription or has ordered Mogidos from us, you may have kind of been in this situation before where we switched to Adipac for various reasons. Unique pH still continues to be a manufacturer shortage of the 4-ounce size. Same with the manufacturer shortage of Lacropure. You can always get the 2.5-ounce size, and I believe we're restocking on Lacropure and Unique pH in a couple weeks. We'll order it next week and hopefully get it the week after. I had an interesting overlap this week. We're out of all of the optical soaps with the hand pump. We're getting more OptiSoap today, the 8-ounce size. And I actually do have the 1-ounce. Let's see. I have the 1-ounce liter in and the 32-ounce in, but we're back ordered on the 10-ounce size. So it looks like that's a little bit out of date. Retain PM, like I said, is back ordered. Fresh Coat in the preservative-free multi-dose bottle is also back ordered. Then I have back orders on Clear Care products, which are a little inconvenient, but hopefully people aren't feeling the shortage too much. Right, I'm going to stop my screen share and move on to the next thing. All right. I did want to announce a couple events that are going on with the Dry Eye Foundation. So I also am on the board of the Dry Eye Foundation, and I host a support group for millennials. We're meeting in the beginning of April, but events that are coming sooner. Actually, let me get back to sharing my screen. Let's see here. It's going to be Dry Eye Foundation. .org/calendar. I have a support group that I'm leading tomorrow, just a general dry eye support group. I've got some people registered for that. You can join on Zoom and be part of the conversation, or just stream on YouTube if you're more comfortable doing that. Mandy, another fabulous member of our board, is hosting a mental health support group on Monday. That's the 28th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. She's got kind of a regular crew of people that attend that meeting, but I thought I would put that out there for people at the shop. You can register on Zoom here. And I'm really excited to be working with Teresa and Anne, 2 new volunteers who are putting on a support group for people with RCE, dealing with RCE, recurrent corneal erosion. I talked to Anne earlier this week, and she had some really awesome ideas, kind of a program of events she'd like to put on for the RCE crowd. I know there's a Facebook group for that she'll be posting in to invite people, but again, wanted to get a broad audience as we could and talk about that support group that'll be starting. It's Tuesday next week at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a monthly group. So if you're interested, go ahead and join that meeting, introduce yourself, and we'll see where the support group goes from there. But I'm really excited about the direction on that. And I do have my millennial group Tuesday, April 5th at 5 p.m. Pacific. So if you're a young person with dry eye looking for community, please do consider attending that, because we always like to have new members. And we know it can be kind of a special challenge to be young, have dry eye, and just deal with everything that comes along with that. All right, so back to me and back to my little list here. So Rebecca's out this week. Heather's doing reception and customer service, doing a great job of that, taking care of most everything, but product questions do come up. And among those, I'm going to go over a couple of my most common that she transfers to me. One of those is about night goggles. It's inevitable that we get people calling and just checking in about night goggles, maybe checking in what they researched and seeing what we might recommend given their circumstances. So I've helped some people pick out goggles today. We have resources on that in our help desk, and I can share a link for that in the video notes. But we've got videos, we've got kind of a table comparing the products. I took a chance to try on a pair of eye seals, which I haven't done in quite a while, and see how those fit. And I was actually surprised that when I tightened it, it does fit better than I originally thought. Maybe it's because I'm not actually putting my head on a pillow. But for me, I always thought the quartz worked, because I do have kind of a smaller face. I try to get the smallest glasses I can usually. And I was under the impression that the eye seals kind of lifted up over my nose because the nose bridge on that, I mean, I have one here. But I was surprised. I tried it on before. How this is kind of just a fixed width. I tried it on before the meeting and thought, wow, maybe it's worth another try. And I don't have to just do the quartz. So that's an interesting one. I'll do a little quick comparison between the goggles. So this is the quartz silicone shield. It's in black. It's called the Onyx. Sort of like swim goggles, but plenty flexible and soft. And this is the eye seals, which is considerably larger. You can kind of see the eye seals just takes up more space on your face. And I would say the eye cups are larger and deeper on the eye seals, in case that makes any sense. Anyways, so that was a little bit of my experimentation this week. 9 times out of 10, my recommendation is to order a couple of goggles and see what works. I can always help rule some things out. Like if you don't want something touching your lids, then maybe don't order Tranquilize, or if you want something clear, then Tranquilize is not going to be the product for you. Or if you have a small face, we'll probably recommend quartz. But like I said, 9 out of 10 times, I recommend ordering 2 pairs and returning what doesn't work for you. We have 30-day return policy and $5 return shipping on all of returns these days. So I think it's well worth ordering a couple pairs, so you don't have to order one thing, decide you don't like it, order something else, only to return one of those later. So I guess those are my thoughts on Knight's products this week. I always recommend people watch the video with Rebecca, because she does a great job of showing those. I'm not going to attempt to take my glasses off and put goggles on and everything on the live stream right now. Secondly, I've had some people ask about scleral lens storage and disinfection. I know it can get super complicated, and oftentimes I kind of caveat that people need to talk to their doctors when they're considering new products. So there's always the question about alternatives to low bob ESC. That was the extra strength cleaner. The one we sell that's most similar is Serene Extra Strength Cleaner, but always clear that with your doctor before you start using it, because extra strength cleaners will strip hydropeg coating off lenses. Then I had a question today about the Lobob CDS, which I don't often get, a cleaning and disinfection solution. Again, ask your doctor, but closest to that is going to be a multi-purpose solution like Tangible Clean, Unique pH, or Boston Simplus. Get questions from people asking, how do I store my lenses if I'm only going to be, taking them off for a half hour? Confirming, do you have to rub clean? Do you do that before or after disinfection? What is disinfection? What solutions can you use for that? So we've got lots of information that on our Scleral lens tutorial and the knowledge base on our site. I suppose I can share my screen and just show people where that all lives, and I'll show the Knight's resources as well while I'm at it. So share. All right, so if we go to dryshop.com, got our handy little help menu. So knowledge base, products.dryshop.com is where we keep all this information. I've got the Scleral lens tutorial, and it's the article on the second page on cleaning and disinfection. So you must disinfect daily. You probably should rub before you disinfect. You might need to use an optional deep cleaning product. So it shows you pictures. So step 2, different options. Yeah, interesting read and can clear up a lot of questions. Our recommendation though is to get written instructions from your doctor and refer to those and ask them for written instructions before you leave with your lenses, because I prefer everyone get their advice from the doctor rather from us at the Dry Eye Shop. But we understand that people have questions, and we're happy to answer everything we can without giving medical advice. And then on the night eye protection products, this is where you can find Rebecca's video on the different goggles. This one's our most popular. And then also got this handy table comparing different night products. So tends to be a good choice for these people, not the best choice for these people. Yeah, if you ever call in asking about night goggles, I ask you, how do you sleep? On your side, back, or stomach? Try and get a face size, and whether or not you want to be able to see through the goggles. That can kind of help narrow things down for my recommendation. All right, back to my agenda here. I think that pretty much wraps it up for this week. I did just want to put a word in for Rebecca. I got some pictures from her yesterday. She said she's having a good time. Told me a little bit about the kangaroos. Didn't want to be too cliche, but said that she was quite fond of seeing them hopping around everywhere. So that was fun. I can't wait to catch up with her when she gets back, and I know it'll be busy next week, kind of getting to everything. But it's been a great week here. The team's been doing fantastic. It's been pretty calm, except for today. I think I put Heather under a little bit of pressure with mentioning the freebies in my email so prominently. So she's been doing quite a few freebie orders, but I'm really looking to get the freebie products to people who need them, because we've got, I don't know, a couple cases of Adipac that expire next year that won't do us any good if they're expiring or close to it, and basically just need to get those to people who can use them. I think that's it for now. Let me check on my YouTube stream. Didn't see any questions, so I'll go ahead and post some links in the video description, and I will see everyone next week. I will have a special guest. I was able to arrange that for next week, and feel free to reach out to us. It's 877-693-7939 or dryeyeshop.com. I'm always happy to answer questions on these too. So if you have any, leave some in the comments on the video and I can see what I can do.